panelists. Our research title is Hotel Service Quality and Guest Revisit Intention. The Calapan City Hotel Industry Experience in the Era of COVID-19. I am Albert Alonsabe.
I am Anthony Perez.
I am Maynardo Dela Roca.
I am Maria Abigail Ulip
From Bshm IV-D2.
Introduction. Since everyone have all been experiencing a major ordeal since the spread of COVID-19, it can be said that every hotel and restaurant has had a major change as a result of it. The process of providing services to the people who go here may be changed. It is indisputable that COVID has adversely affected by any aspect in life the hospitality industry where there has been unforeseen occurrence or sudden occurrence that has caused a change. One of the big problems of the hospitality industry today is how to bring back the once prosperous and wonderful services that every person who owns it proclaims. In this case, it is only possible to provide a limited services for people who go to the hotel or restaurant. So sometimes, there is an extensive process before we even have or deliver fast service to people who go to hotel and restaurant.
Statement of the problem. This study aims to determine the hotel service quality and guest revisit intention in selected hotel in Calapan City hotels. In the era of COVID-19, especially it seeks to answer the following questions. 1. What is the extent of hotel service quality on the customer experience in the era of COVID-19 in Calapan City in terms of health and safety? So the extent of hotel service quality on the customer experience in the era of COVID-19 in Calapan City in terms of health and safety is the demonstration of the pleasant and abundant availability of orderly and historic provision of clean and health service emanating from the hotel where is today prevalent. Era COVID-19 has become more aware of the serenity of the hotel staff to deliver beauty and pleasant service to guests heading to their hotel. Guest satisfaction. The extent of hotel service quality on the customer's experience in the era of COVID-19 in Calapan City in terms of guest satisfaction is when it comes to providing good quality service of a hotel. It surpasses the satisfaction of guests if a hotel continues to deliver good service to have more and countless guests coming to them. A hotel can surpass the satisfaction of its guests if they continue to deliver good service at all times. Guest loyalty. The extent of hotel service quality on the customer experience in the era of COVID-19 in Calapan City in terms of guest loyalty. In today's time, especially the COVID-19 is widespread on our environment by providing a beautiful and pleasant service of a hotel. It will be able to maintain the increase of customer loyalty so that everyone will be nice to go back and forth to a hotel if they maintain a good and pleasant service. That should be even greater than the satisfaction of a guest, so they will be more loyal even if they go back and forth. Brand name of a hotel. The extent of hotel service quality in customer experience in era of COVID-19 in Calapan City in terms of brand image of the hotel is to determine what the content of the hotel are. When it comes to quality service they provide the guests. This makes guests aware of what kind of hotel they are going to and what kind of service they are offering to or providing to the guests who come to them. What is the extent of guest revisit intention in selected hotel in Calapan City hotel industry? The extent of guest revisit intention is in selected hotel in Calapan City was nothing else but the experience of beautiful and pleasant service to the guests who go to selected hotel of Calapan City. In this way, guests go back and forth more if they continue to feel and experience the welcome service of the hotel they are going to.
Statement of the hypothesis. There is no significant relationship between the hotel service quality and the customer experience in the era of COVID-19 in Calapan City and the extent of guest revisit intention.
Scope, delimitation, and limitation. The study focused on the hotel service quality and guest revisit intention in selected hotel in Calapan City, Oriental Mindoro. The researcher determined the impact of service quality on the customer experience in the era of COVID-19 in Calapan City Hotel in terms of health and safety, guest satisfaction, guest loyalty, and brand image of the hotel in the certain establishment in Calapan City, Oriental Mindoro. This study is limited only the guests of Filipiniana Hotel and Convention Center and Mahalta Resort and Convention Center in Calapan City, Oriental Mindoro. Significance of the study. This study would be beneficial to the following. To the teacher will guide us to conduct the study and help us to making a better study. They give us the knowledge to understand and to know the flow of our study. To the student, this study will help the student to understand the relationship between the hotel service quality and guest revisit intention in the city of Calapan, where we know that everyone is experiencing a pandemic nowadays. To the future researcher, this study helped the future researcher to make them a source, to understand this study, which is where they will have more ideas on how they will accomplish the things they will do when the times comes that they will need to think. Respondent will understand the importance of service quality in their visit intention in the city of Calapan amidst this pandemic. To the manager and staff, the result of the study may have provided an assessment of the hotel service quality of the guests whose visit in city of Calapan. This study also encouraged the manager to think of other service that will make their customers safe and satisfied. Government official, to understand the interpret current event in a rapidly changing in Calapan City, to understand how the Calapan City attempt to resolve conflict and seek to establish order and security.
Theoretical and conceptual framework. The theoretical framework is the structure that supports the research study. This introduces, describes the theory that explains the research about the hotel quality and guest revisit intentions. A general approach to management that emphasizes the importance of employees' attitudes, interpersonal relationships, group dynamics, and leadership styles in achieving organizational effectiveness. In human relations theory, considerate participative leaders who are skilled in communicating with employees are held to achieve better results than authoritarian leaders. See how term effect. The conceptual framework. Hotel service quality and the customer experience in the era of COVID-19 in Calapan City in terms of 1 is health and safety, 2 is guest satisfaction, 3 is guest loyalty, 4 brand image of the hotel, and the guest revisit intention in the selected hotels in Calapan City hotel industry. Conceptual framework shows the conceptual construct of this study. The first block contains the independent variable, which is the extent of hotel service quality and the customer experience in the era of COVID-19 in Calapan City in terms of health and safety, guest satisfaction, guest loyalty, and brand image of the hotel. The second box contains the dependent variable of the study, which is the guest revisit intention in selected hotels in Calapan City hotel industry.
Definition of terms. For the purpose of clarification, the important term used in this study has been the brand image. Is basically what comes into the guest mind. Customer perception when brand placed in front of him. Guest loyalty. Ongoing emotional relationship between you and your guest, manifesting itself by how willing a guest to engage with and repeatedly purchase from you versus your competitors. Loyalty is the byproduct of a guest positive experience with you and work to create trust. Guest satisfaction is defined as a measurement that determines how happy guests are with a company product, service, and capability. Revisit intentions refers to their perceived likelihood of coming back to the same destination. Is a specific element of favorable post-consumption behavior is a key component of tourism loyalty. Service quality. This is dealing with client and customer in a respectful and helpful way. An example of quality service is a retail worker helping a customer process a return in a efficient and helpful manner.
Chapter 2. Review of related literature. Literature. This section presents the review of related literature which is related to hotel service quality and guest revisit intentions in today's era of COVID-19. Hotel service quality. Quality is a bit more difficult to characterize the consumer gratification because of the various statements proposed by different researchers. Quality is focused to consumers' views. Thus, quality is characterized as whatever the buyer sees as the quality. Guest revisit intention. Hannah stated that when a company offers a product or service, it is possible that there are many similar goods or services on the market provided by competitors. Guests usually have many alternatives. Related studies. Various studies have been carried out in order to reveal dimensions of service quality that most essentially contribute to fundamental quality appraisal in the service encirclement. Distinguishing proof of that determinant of service quality is crucial in light of the fact that will help to measure, to control and afterward enhance client apparent service quality.
similarities with the above-mentioned studies. Some of the factors considered in those models include satisfaction, trust, the number of previous visits, perceived switching cost, guest value, etc. It can be deduced that some of the measures of customer vested intention include expectation to repurchase, recommendation to others, overall guest satisfaction. Differences. According to Abdullah and Afshar, 2019, quality is a jury which can be described as an evasive and blurred jury. It is important to differentiate between goods and services because they have different characteristics. Moreover, the researcher in this study would like to convey that the difference between hotels' quality service and guest service intention is important to understand, especially in the current pandemic in the hospitality industry.
Chapter 3. Research Methodology. This chapter discusses the researcher method and procedure. It includes the research design, the study respondents, the instruments used to collect data, the techniques used to collect data, and the validation of the data, and the statistical treatment of the data used to conduct mixed method research. Research design. The current study utilized descriptive research design, employing the questionnaire as tool for gathering the needed data and information to determine the hotel service quality and guest revisit intention in Calapan City. The goal of descriptive research is to describe a phenomenon and its characteristic. Research local. The study is limited only for guests of the Pipiniana Hotel and Conventional Center and Mahalta Resort and Convention Center in Calapan City, Oriental Mindoro. Respondent of the study. The respondent of the study will be 30 guests from the Pipiniana Hotel and Convention Center and Mahalta Resort and Convention Center in Calapan City, Oriental Mindoro, which will be drawn through perceived random sampling. Research instrument. This study will use a self-made questionnaire. It will deal with items that measure the extent of the study of hotel service quality and guest revisit intention. The Calapan City hotel industry experience in the era of COVID-19 in terms of analyzing and evaluate the revisit intention of the customer to embark on this kind of experience in the era of COVID-19.
Validity of instrument. This study used stratified random sampling to select respondents to ensure the validity of the research instrument. In stratified random sampling, a population is first divided into homogeneous subjects called strata. The validity of instrument is concerned with what it measures and how well it does do. The member population of each hotel are arranged alphabetically and numbered in this research study. Reliability of instrument. The researcher will conduct a full day observation and questionnaire distribution to ensure the reliability of research instrument. The researcher will use the test and retest method to assess the questionnaires reliability. The questionnaires validity and reliability will be tested on the respondents. The questionnaire will be distributed at 5-day interval and the process will be repeated. The instrument dependability will be determined using the t-test. Data gathering procedure. The researcher made a consent letter to send in Calapan City Hotel Industry to seek assistance in conducting this study. After the approval, they get the number of respondents in provincial of Oriental Mindoro, Calapan City. The researcher also prepared a paper test questionnaire to gather data from 30 guest respondents of province of Oriental Mindoro, Calapan City. After collecting the data, the researcher now collect the paper test questionnaire for tallying the scores to the help of statistic treatment to be used with the study. Statistical treatment of data. The data acquired in this study will be analyzed utilizing quantitative data analysis employing descriptive correlational statistics. Weighted will be used to characterize the impact of service quality on the guest experience in the era of COVID-19 in Calapan City Hotel. In the terms of cleanliness, service quality, guest satisfaction, guest loyalty, and brand name image of hotel in the certain establishment in Calapan City, Oriental Mindoro.